Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed your first course. Shh. Thank you. With a career in global technology spanning more than 40 years and a philanthropic dedication to educational infrastructure in Cambodia, proud Italian-American William Amelio is our very worthy Columbus Citizens Foundation 2022 Gala honoree. Take a look.
My father was a shoe repairman, first-generation Italian. My mother was a second-generation Italian. My dad taught me early on the importance of customer service, quality in everything you do, and hard work.
Those values set Bill Amelio on a track for success.
I went to Lehigh University on a wrestling scholarship, loved wrestling, loved the idea of competition, and then had the great opportunity to be a chemical engineer and go work for IBM for 18 years. And that set my path on how I thought about management and leadership.
After IBM, he led the way at companies like Allied Signal, Honeywell, Dell, and most recently at DoubleCheck.
I gravitated quickly to the idea of being able to lead others because I like the idea of getting a lot of things done rapidly, and you can't do that by yourself. I think it's really important to be humble and to realize that you didn't get where you were by yourself. You got there because somebody saw you were a special person and they wanted to help you.
Growing up Italian-American taught Bill a lot about social responsibility.
My father and my mother always took us to church and had a deep faith. I think that helped us gravitate to the idea of that to whom much is given, much is expected. That would be a guiding principle in my life from the time I was a kid to now.
Today, the Amelio family gives back through their charity, Caring for Cambodia.
My ex-wife was visiting Cambodia. A little girl says, well, I need a daughter to go to school. And my wife was taken back to say, you had to pay to go to school. One thing led to another, and from there we ended up doing 21 schools, and now we're educating 7,000 kids. I was married for 27 years, and we've had 6 kids. We actually adopted 2 from Cambodia.
Bill's proud of the hard work and family values that led to this honor from the Columbus Citizens Foundation.
There's something really remarkably special about an Italian family. Your heart sings when you're with your family, and I think that's something that really resonates with me when I think about being an Italian American. Thank you. Wow. You know, I feel the patriotic spirit of both the Italian nation and, of course, America. And you see it here tonight with all of you. It's quite amazing. Humbling, for sure. To be honored and be selected at such a prestigious event is such a big deal. I mean, it really gets me right to my heart. I'd like to thank the board chairman, Mario Pardo, and the board president, Chris Loicano, as well as the celebration weekend chair, Lawrence Oriano. Thank you very much, and it was great to see the governor here, huh? The governor. Well, let me tell you a little story. It wasn't easy growing up as an Italian in the neighborhood I grew up in. As a kid, I was harassed by the boys at my school who told me that Italians wouldn't amount to much of anything. At best, maybe gangsters. My mother never could understand why I was always in fights. It seemed like every week I'd have to stand up for myself to be a proud Italian. My glasses were always broken. I had the corners taped so I could still wear them. But as I grew older, I learned about our heritage and how impressive it was what we've done as Italians. From Marco Polo, a Venetian merchant, explorer, and writer who traveled through Asia along the Silk Road in the late 1200s. Leonardo da Vinci, a painter, draftsman, engineer, scientist, and so much more. Michelangelo, a sculptor, a painter, an architect, and the poet of the High Renaissance. And of course, Christopher Columbus, who we're celebrating today, or this weekend, as an explorer and navigator. We have a heritage that's rich in leadership. We are making a difference, not only in this country, but around the world. I grew up in humble beginnings. My father was a first-generation Italian-American and a shoe repairman, and rest assured he was a damn good one. He taught both my brother and I the trade. My brother actually took over the shop when he retired from teaching. And he got to spend some fantastic one-on-one quality time with my father in the last years of his life. One of the most valuable lessons my dad taught me shaped my career forever. When I was young, and I was working down in the shoe repair shop trying to learn the trade, I wanted to run to the machines and get at those machines and learn how to do that. He said, ho, 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 son, wait. First, you got to learn how to clean. I said, clean? Nobody likes cleaning, which requires endless dusting, sweeping, and picking up a bunch of stuff. But the lesson I learned was the fact that if you're going to be trusted with big jobs, you must first be trusted with small jobs. Do that well, he said, and others will notice you. I learned from my dad that a sense of entitlement is a burden. Dad taught me that people who believe that they're above others or entitled to something because of their past achievements will soon find new opportunities slipping away. Dad was the toughest, wisest person I ever met in my life, a shoe repairman from Pittsburgh. He taught me discipline and consistency. He said, develop a plan. We don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. Hard work always wins. Hard work trumps everything. Always, always do your best no matter what. Angela Duckworth, a well-respected author, says the single biggest factor that determines success is not your IQ, it's not your EQ, it's not even your God-given talents. It's something as simple as the term grit, which is defined as passion and perseverance, never giving up. My father epitomized grit. He said, son, we're in a marathon, not a sprint. Working really hard is what successful people do, and they make it look easy. He taught me to be a better you every single day. Like my sensei in karate, Hideo Chai, who said the best competition is self-competition. Work to be better you each and every day. My father said to me, and said it often, if you want anything good, you can have it. You just got to work hard to get it. I remember my senior year in high school, I dislocated my elbow, and I thought my wrestling career was over. It was really bad. And I remember my dad sitting next to me on my bed, and he said to me, you know, son, it could be over. This could be the end. Or this could be a setback. It's really up to you. You know, nobody will know. They'll all understand. But is that who you are? Is that who you are? I don't think so. Those words changed my destiny and helped me develop my own grit. That encouragement by my father made me work even harder that year, and I was able to end up second in the state. Dad said, when you are successful, however, don't forget about others. Make sure you reach back and pull somebody else up. He embraced the idea, to whom much is given, much is expected. I live by those words every day. Dad once told me, I'm not going to have a problem if you aim high and you miss, but I'm going to have a damn problem if you aim low and you hit it. Simple lessons from a great man. He told me, Bill, big egos get in the way, and pride is the burden of a stubborn man. When I would complain about something, Dad would say something like this, Bill, you want to make an impact? Go find the broom. As a little guy, I was always told how average I would be among my peers and some teachers. My dad told me, ignore those words. Son, he said, tell yourself every single day to shoot for the stars. Be the best that you possibly can be. Good enough isn't good enough if it can be better. And better isn't good enough if it can be the best. Dad said, wisdom comes to us in the most interesting ways. A lot of times it comes from failure. The person that can pick himself up off the mat, dust himself off, is the person that will continue to grow their influence. Dad said, don't let anyone get in your head that will get you off your path and try to destroy your dreams. I always like to say, feedback is a gift. None of us like to hear it, but it's the best way to advance one's career and deepen our relationships. Listening and changing to what others say about you is the quickest way to move forward. I've seen this firsthand with so many talented people. They lose their way because of their stubbornness. They don't take ownership of their faults and their failures and instead blame others. As leaders, we have to be a window when it comes to blame. Accept it, learn from it, and move on. And be like a mirror when it comes to credit, always lauding others who have helped us. There's a placard at one of my son's schools that always has stuck with me, and it's a good wrap-up to my remarks. What's your thoughts? because they become your words. What's your words? Because they become your actions. What's your actions? Because they become your habits. And what's your habits? Because they become your character. And rest assured, you better watch your character, because that will truly become your destiny. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the president of Columbus Citizens Foundation, Christopher Loyacano.
Thank you, Bill. That's a really inspirational story. Many people in this room share stories like yours. We are all inspired by hardworking parents, and it sounds like your dad was an amazing man. So you were very blessed. One of the reasons we're here tonight is to raise money for our scholarship recipients. And my wife and I have been blessed to support a number of students in our program, and it's one of the most amazing experiences of my life to be able to share our blessings with children in need and children whose families do not have the blessings that we do. And so a little bit about that tonight. One of our scholarship recipients is a talented artist, Melissa Molino. She's a junior at St. Francis Prep High School here in Queens, and she's designed the bags that you'll be receiving this evening on your way out. We have a nice gift bag for all of you. And please take note of Melissa's wonderful work. She's a talent, and I will tell you that the people at the foundation really get fired up about working with our scholarship recipients. I'm very fortunate. I'm a senior partner in an accounting firm, and I've been able to offer a number of internships to some of our scholarship recipients and to provide them the next step in their career and educational journeys. So I hope all of you take note of that, and perhaps there's an opportunity for you to work with one of our scholarship recipients as well. They're really incredible, talented, and motivating people. We get more from them than we give them, believe it or not. Working with them and meeting their families is truly an inspiration. And that's why we're here this evening. I'd also hear that I'm responsible to give you a commercial notice here as well, which is that our silent auction is still open. Please stop by. There are some wonderful items still up for auction. The Ferragamo bag, I'm sure my wife is very interested in that. The VIP walking tour of New York City's Little Italy. There's the ability to race a Ferrari in Las Vegas. That's pretty cool. And there are a number of items there that you can bid on. Also tonight, our raffle is a trip to Sicily, which I've had the privilege of taking my family to. It's an amazing place, true, authentic Italian experience. You'll be able to visit the hubs of Palermo and Syracuse. Raffle tickets are $1,000. They're still available. You'll get VIP access to a number of wonderful sites. And all these proceeds go to support our scholarship recipients. And that's the reason I get fired up. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm working with all these wonderful people at the foundation, is to support the scholarship.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the stage and welcome the chairman and CEO of Paychex, Martin Musi.
Thank you. If I could get your attention, please. Thank you. Nice job down there. Good evening. It's wonderful to be here for the Columbus Celebration Gala and to introduce this year's Grand Marshal, Tom Golisano. You know, some of you here tonight may be familiar with Tom's successes. He's a visionary entrepreneur who disrupted the payroll outsourcing industry and in the process built an HR and payroll processing technology leader with a company that is now valued over $40 billion. He's a noted philanthropist who has opened doors, changed perceptions, and forged unprecedented partnerships that benefit children and people with disabilities. What you might not know about Tom is that he's humble, he's caring, he's fun, he's a loyal friend, and fundamentally a problem solver. A person who can identify something that isn't being done or needs to be improved. Now, there are many people that can spot a problem or an opportunity and talk about it, but there's not that many who are action-oriented enough or passionate enough to go in and fix it. That's Tom Golisano. Tom's success has its roots in very humble beginnings in Rochester, New York. Tom's mother was a seamstress. His father had several jobs, including owning a post-World War II furnace conversion business that failed when the market for that work disappeared. Times could be tough for the family, and Tom realized he wanted to be a person of action, someone who took matters into his own hands to make them better. In 1970, he worked for Electronic Accounting Systems, or EAS, a company that sold payroll to very large businesses. Tom realized that most businesses were small, mostly fewer than 50 employees, and that there was a great opportunity. That realization gave birth to his idea to make outsourcing payroll easy, accessible, and affordable for small businesses, mostly with under 20 employees. After offering the idea twice to EAS and being rejected, Tom resigned and started his own company, Paychex. He was 29 years old and hoped to attract 300 clients. Tom led the company as CEO for the next 30 years and remains on the board today. Now, 50 years from its start, Paychex has transformed from a payroll to a complete HR technology, software, and service solution company, serving more than 730,000 clients, small and mid-sized businesses in the U.S. and Western Europe, and more than 16,000 employees and annual revenue last year of over $4.5 billion. Paychex is also consistently ranked on Fortune magazine's most admired companies. But Tom's impact and action didn't stop there. In 1985, he started the Gala Foundation. The Gala Foundation is one of the largest private foundations in the U.S. dedicated to opening doors to opportunity, changing negative perceptions and stereotypes, and forging unprecedented partnerships to ensure that individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities have pathways to personal dignity, independence, and the best possible expression of their abilities and talents. When upstate New York and Southwest Florida hospitals faced the dilemma of needing to build more modern, expanded facilities to support the critical care of children, he donated over $75 million and led the construction of 3 state-of-the-art children's hospitals that bear his name. When Tim Shriver, the chairman of the Special Olympics, approached Tom with a special problem to solve, Tom made the largest gift in the history of the Special Olympics to improve the overall health and well-being of athletes and increase their access to care. When colleges were looking to expand innovative programs, he supported their initiatives and experience and gave dollars to fund over 7 colleges with new schools or programs that included studies in sustainability, information technology, and entrepreneurship. In total, his individual gifts and the foundation, Tom has donated well over $330 million. When he saw his own home state of New York struggling in the 90s, he ran for governor 3 times. Well, you might not want to talk about that one tonight. Regardless, he didn't just complain, he took action. When the Buffalo Sabres hockey team was ready to go bankrupt and leave its loyal upstate New York fans, he stepped in and bought the team, hired new leadership, changed their performance, went to the playoffs, and then sold the team and solidifying its place in Buffalo. Today, Tom is an investor in 17 companies with a wide variety of goals, purposes, and products that will help people's lives. He has even taken on a new initiative to solve the problem of the expense and time needed to receive a college education. Tom's personal generosity is also matched by his sense of humor. No matter how challenging the task, Tom makes sure there's always some fun involved, even at some expense to others, mainly to keep everyone in their place and humble. When early Paychex franchisees succeeded and wanted founders' rings and portraits on the wall, the answer was quickly no. When his partner bought his first Mercedes, he had it dangled 60 feet in the air from a crane in the parking lot. When you were promoted, you had to sing a song, do a skit, or you got the silent treatment, all to keep you humble and focused with a little fun on solving the problem. Passionate innovator, incredible entrepreneur, job creator, helping those with unique needs to be included, supported, and have their lives improved. Problem solver. That's Tom Golisano. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the screens as we offer a video tribute to honored Tom.
I marched in the parade twice as a gubernatorial candidate, but I was far back in the end of the line, so it made me very proud to be nominated for this parade because of my Italian heritage and what I've accomplished.
From the back of the parade to leading the pack as Grand Marshal,
Here's my office.
Tom Golisano knows a thing or two about working his way up.
Italians in the 50s, when I was in high school, was not a very popular thing to be. There were some tough times. I think what it did, though, for me, it almost put a chip on my shoulder that made me want to excel in what I did as a career. Made an indelible point about how to treat people and the golden rule. Treat others as you would like to be treated.
Son of a Sicilian immigrant, the working-class Italian-American kid realized families like his deserve better.
And I certainly believe in hard work and self-determination. I think those are the things that came out of my childhood, and I am grateful for the fact that I came from an Italian family, and that they put that into my character.
Tom founded the company that would become Paychex in 1971. He later went on to run for governor 3 times and bought the Buffalo Sabres out of bankruptcy, helping keep the team in Western New York.
We had the first outdoor hockey game where we had 72,000 people.
Today, he spends a lot of time giving back through the Golisano Foundation.
These are 3 photographs of children's hospitals that we helped build.
Children's hospitals and university buildings around his hometown of Rochester bear Golisano's family name. He's dedicated a big part of his philanthropy to a cause very dear to his heart, the Special Olympics.
I have a son who's developmentally disabled, and it encouraged myself and the rest of my family to serve the needs of people with similar situations.
His tireless support of so many organizations born from his Italian values.
I am grateful for the fact that I came from an Italian family. They were extremely helpful, always extremely supportive. My father, when he was 81 years old, he was delivering payrolls to our clients in Rochester, New York. He was so proud of myself and the rest of the organization, and he loved representing us delivering payrolls.
It's all about family, and he's looking forward to sharing this special moment at the parade with his loved ones.
A number of family members and friends are going to come down to New York and come to the gala dinner and go to the church. Everybody's quite excited about it.
Tom's proud to be helping lead the way with the Columbus Citizens Foundation.
I consider it a real privilege to be asked to be in the parade. The causes the parade represents, helping youngsters get through high schools and through colleges financially, I think that's a wonderful cause. So I'm just proud to be a part of the whole thing.
Please welcome to the podium my mentor and friend, the 2022 Columbus Celebration Grand Marshal, Mr. Tom Golisano. Tom.
Thank you much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much for that introduction, Marty, and for your folks' response. But I tell you, I got a problem. I haven't worn this tuxedo in a while. And I lost about 15 or 20 pounds, and my pants keep falling down. So if I embarrass myself, please just take it easy on me. I don't think something like that ever happened at an event like this, but it's possible. Great to see all you lovely ladies, most of you in Italian heritage. You guys, yeah. The ladies are terrific. I want to thank all of you people for coming to this event tonight. It's a wonderful cause. It's so important for many, many focuses. Primarily to see the kids get as good as education as they can get, and they maintain the value of their heritage, which we all value. Bill Emilio what a story you have. Congratulations to you and everything you've done. Now, there is some introduction or conversation about Special Olympics. And I'm very proud of having taken part in a project that was inspired by Tim Shriver. Tim's mom founded the Special Olympics, and Tim has been chairman and CEO for many decades. And that project that he came to me with was, you know, Tom, kids, young people with disabilities, developmental disabilities, they don't see doctors like kids that don't have those problems. And there seems to be a tendency, a high percentage of them have problems with their eyes, their ears, their throat, their feet. But they don't get the attention they deserve. So Tim came up with an idea. Let's build or have erected tents at the sporting events where the Special Olympics athletes are participating. And then before the events, we'll have volunteer doctors. Mr. Carbone is one of them. We'll have volunteer doctors come in and examine those kids for those issues. And I said, you know, that sounds like a good idea, and I decided I would help finance it. I didn't realize how much it was going to be. We started it on a practice basis in the United States and a few European countries, and it went so well, Tim came back to me and said, Tom, let's see if we can really take it across the globe, the program. And I said, okay. It's amazing what the results of that program have been. Kids that couldn't see before because they couldn't afford glasses or didn't know how they were available, or they had bad teeth, they had trouble swallowing, or bad feet, all those types of issues. But in a non-costly volunteer event at Special Olympics programs, we solved a lot of those problems. So I want to share this evening a little bit with an individual. Now, he's not Italian, but I know he wants to be. Tim Shriver. Tim, stand up. The next thing I want to talk about is there's been a lot of conversation tonight and other conversations I've had with the staff about the importance of family and how important that is to an individual's life. Well, as you saw from the video, I started this company back a few years ago. My capital that I had available to me was $3,000. Now, that lasted about 6 or 8 weeks. So then it was every method of beg, borrow, and not steal, just beg and borrow to get through the beginning periods. At one point, things were pretty tough. The banks were after me, nobody would loan me money, et cetera, et cetera. I'm sure some of you have been through it. I had an opportunity, I shouldn't say an opportunity, it was a situation. I went to see my sister Marie. Now Marie is a few years older than me, 13. And Marie had her own tragedy in her life. She had lost her husband to a heart attack, and he passed away in his early 40s. Marie had 3 children, 2 girls and a boy. One of them's right here. And so I went to Marie. She was my only possibility. And I said, Marie, I'm in trouble. I need some help. She says, money? I said, yeah. She says, well, from my husband Tommy's life insurance proceeds, there's $42,000 in the bank. Take what you want or what you need. I took $30,000 of it. We got through the crisis. The whole family ended up being shareholders in Paychecks, which they like. Okay? But my sister Marie, talk about family, being in a situation, a widow with 3 kids, all under 20 years of age, and working jobs. She did work but usually as a medical secretary or something of that nature. So she saved me. She saved the company, and she's here tonight. Marie, would you stand up? One other story in my life, which I think is quite interesting, at least to me, and that is I met this young lady 15 years ago at a hockey game. Right now, she's giving me a dirty look because she asked me not to talk about her. That's too bad. You probably would have heard of her as a tennis player. Her name is Monica Seles. If you didn't know, Monica obviously became a member of the Tennis Hall of Fame. She won 9 Grand Slam tournaments or 8 of them before she was 20 years old. And came over to this country from Yugoslavia as a 13-year-old or a 12-year-old, something like that. Came alone and became the champion that she became. She's not only a great champion, but boy, she's a wonderful lady. Monica Seles. Did I tell you Tim Shriver was not Italian, but he wants to be? He wants to beat Monica. Good luck. Okay, it's Sunday morning. I played doubles with 3 of my friends. I get a call at 8:30 Sunday morning. Tom, one of the guys can't make it. Would Monica fill in? I said, I'll ask her. So I asked her, and she started standing right next to me as I was talking on the phone. And I said, Monica, would you kind of fill in this morning? One of the guys can't make it. She says, no way. I says, why so flat out refusing? She says, I'll play social tennis with these guys, and then they think they can be competitive, and then they're going to try to challenge me. And she says, I don't like that. I said, Monica, these are my friends. They wouldn't do that. Okay. So we go to play tennis. We play a round each with Monica as a partner. And then it came time to start the second round. And they both came up to me and said, and to Monica, and said, we want to play a serious set now. And Monica looked at me and she says, with that I told you so look, she come over and whispered in my ear, I'm going to beat the shit out of him. And believe me, she did. The only points they got is when they hit the ball to me. I wasn't going to mention it, but I hope you folks, I know a lot of you got the book that they displayed on the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun writing it, and a lot of fun coming to this event. Thank you very much.
What beautiful remarks, Tom. Congratulations to you, Tom. Congratulations to Bill, Emilio. You know, hearing their stories, they resonated so much with me, and I know all of you. I think it's so important to gather and cherish and honor the leaders of our community. I want to thank you, Tom and Bill, for your leadership. Thank you for showing the world who the Italian American community is. Thank you. There is still time to bid in tonight's silent auction. Don't wait too long because it is about to close. The auction is closing at 9:30, so don't forget to bid from your phone without even having to leave your seat. We want to turn to another family member at the Columbus Citizens Foundation, we are truly a family, and our connections with members run long and deep. Sergio Franchi was Grand Marshal of the Columbus Day Parade back in 1976. Eva Franchi, with us tonight, has carried forward Sergio's legacy and passion for music through the Sergio Franchi Music Foundation. I'm so pleased to share with you tonight that the foundation has provided us with a donation to launch our first ever award in the performing arts. These funds will add a new dimension to the Columbus Citizens Foundation's philanthropic programs, and we're so grateful to Eva and to Sergio Franchi's Music Foundation for this extraordinary opportunity. Take a look at this short video.
From 1962 to 1990, Sergio performed to sold-out concert halls around the world, headlined in all the major Las Vegas hotels, recorded 29 albums, and appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show 42 times, more than any other entertainer. Sergio shared the big screen with Anthony Quinn, Verna Lisi, Anna Magnani, and Giancarlo Giannini, and also starred in 2 Tony Award-winning Broadway shows. He sang for 4 presidents at the White House and was the first American entertainer invited by the cultural director of China.
My dream to keep that romantic music alive for the young kids to hear. I want them to feel what I felt through that music, to dream and to fantasize and to long and to feel the beauty of the dream, of the music, like all of you. When you feel it, you feel your soul is lifted.
And I will stay younger. Those songs will keep you younger. The world will stay younger. The spring.
It's been wonderful being with you tonight. We hope that you enjoy your dessert, and then we hope you dance the night away for the wonderful music up here. I am now going to throw it over to the chair of the Columbus Citizens Foundation Board of Governors. Marion Pardo will get the winning raffle number for the trip to Sicily. We all want to know who won. Over to you, Marion.
Thank you. Thanks, Maria. Thank you for your wonderful hostessing. As always, we love you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for participating. And for those of you who have not bought a raffle ticket, you don't know the odds. We do limit the number of tickets that are there, and this is truly a place where for $1 and a dream, you could be enjoying Sicily on your own terms. This is a very bespoke trip, VIP accommodations, so I hope you all got your raffles in, and we will join and draw the number right now. I always think we should give people one last chance to buy a ticket, but alas. Now we just have a problem if I won. 29. Oh. Hey! Michael Sapricone. Congratulations, Michael. Hi, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for attending. Thank you, everyone, for participating in the silent auction, which is now closed. Please check your phones for being winners and the procedures to follow. You can generally pick up your items at the front. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for having participated in the raffle. As I said, remember, participate next year also. It's the best odds in town. I want to thank you for all of our sponsors, the donors to our gift bag, which you'll receive on the way out tonight. We really appreciate everyone who has been here. I invite you all to continue to enjoy your dessert, to listen to the music, but most of all, I want to tell you how much we appreciate your being here, how much we appreciate your support of our scholarship programs, and how much our scholars appreciate everything that you do. We're continuing to look for new ways to support our Italian-American scholars, to support Italian heritage, to support relations between the U.S. and Italy in the current times. Having a sense of your ethnicity, supporting it, and being expansive and inclusive is the definition of what it means to be cross-cultural. Tonight's evening is a true representation of cross-cultural, an appreciation of where you live, where you came from, and where you're going. So we all look to move forward, to have a wonderful time tomorrow at the wreath laying, and Monday at St. Patrick's, and then, of course, the wonderful march up Fifth Avenue. Please join us, starting at Fifth Avenue and 44th Street and ending at Fifth Avenue and 70th Street. Thank you so much. Enjoy the music. Stay for a little dancing. Enjoy your dessert. And thank you so much for your support.